Now, what is your attitude towards what the government has done during the coronavirus outbreak? What's your attitude towards God and what He has done during this coronavirus outbreak? What is your attitude towards what your church has done during the coronavirus outbreak? And what is your attitude towards what you have done during this same outbreak? Well, if you're joining us in reading through the 6-month reading plan through the book of Psalms, today's reading is Psalm 105, verses 1 through 10, and I encourage you to read that section. Well, Psalm 105, verses 1 and 5 says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon His name, make known His deeds among the people. Sing to Him, sing praises to Him, speak of all His wonders, glory in His holy name, and let the heart of those who seek the Lord be glad. Seek the Lord in His strength. Seek His face constantly. Remember His wonders, what He has done, His marvels, and the judgments uttered by His mouth." Well, I think most of us can agree that there have been mighty failings in the way our government, the church, and our response has been to this outbreak. Many times the media has focused on what they consider a failure of the federal government to do certain things or not to do certain things. Many times our federal, state, and our local governments have been contradictory in the things that they are telling us to do. Some of us are bothered by the way the churches have responded. Some hold that God will protect anybody that is doing His will, so therefore they ought to be attending church. Others are saying that the church's responsibility is to follow the laws of the land. Confusion reigns. And sometimes our attitude could use some kind of adjustment when it comes to how we have responded to this virus. How many of us have wallowed in self-pity about not being able to go do something or go out, or how difficult it is to stay inside? And then we go and we blame somebody, either the government or God. But God has done some wondrous things during this outbreak. God has begun to show people who would normally not attend church that they can do that electronically and without being embarrassed about what they know or don't know. God has shown many of us how shallow our prayer life was prior to the pandemic. And God has shown many of us about the inadequacy, or at least the shallowness, of our worship towards Him because we could get lost in the crowd. Well, today I'd like us to think about those things which God has done positively. I'd like to think about how we can glorify Him to others. Finally, I'd like to think about how we could change our lives through the repentance and thinking outside of the box on how we can minister to those who don't know Christ. Today is a day that we can strive to change the world. And if you would like a PDF copy of this entire reading plan, please send an email to phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.